For a starting price of 29,999 rupees, Poco has launched this Poco F7. Like how we saw in the legendary Poco F1, where the specs are way too much for the price we pay. This one also has a similar pattern, but is this the best smartphone under 30,000 rupees? Let's find out. With over 1.8 million Antutu score, I have been using this smartphone from last 1 week, and this is what I found out. Before that, this is the box that it comes in. Since it's a glass bag, this is prone to fingerprint smudges. Hence, you get a beautiful black case inside the box, along with a Type A to Type C cable, a 90-watt fast charger, some documentations, and a SIM tool. The moment I took this phone out of the box, something just attracted me. I'm not sure what it is. It might be the 3D Snapdragon logo, or it's the split glowy design of the cameras, or the red accents, or the flash, or something of this is attracting me. I'm not sure if everyone likes such flashy designs, but for those who don't like that, you can go with the black variant or the plain white variant. I can't call this white, it's kind of a reflective silver. This phone is actually on the little bit heavier side. It's around 225 grams. Well, there are actually three things that make this smartphone a little bit heavy. One is a Corning Gorilla Glass 7i back and the front. Second is the metallic frame that comes all around this. And the third one, well, I'm not telling it right now. Maybe you can guess it. If you know, just comment below. On the right side, you have the volume rockers and the power button. Left side, it's plain. In the bottom, you have the SIM tray. You can put dual nano SIM on a microphone, a Type-C port, and a speaker grill. On the top, you have the secondary microphone, and you don't find an IR blaster anywhere. But it doesn't mean it doesn't have it. It is actually hidden. I'm not sure if you can find it out. It is inside the flash module. All around this smartphone, you have the antenna bands because it's a metallic frame, and the device is very well built. It has IP69 and IP68 rating, and just plug in a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, one on this Poco phone and the other on your smartphone, and enable the reverse charging, and you can see your phone is getting charged. This supports up to 22.5 watts of reverse charging. Yeah, so this is actually like a 7550 mAh power bank. Well, that is also one of the reasons for this smartphone to feel dense. I mean, 7550 mAh battery on a smartphone is something that you would never expect a year back. But it's not the battery size that impressed me, it's the charging speeds. I mean, with the 90-watt charger that you have, you can charge this thing in less than an hour. It's not just the battery that's huge about this, even the display. In this budget, you get a beautiful 6.83-inch 1.5K resolution 120Hz POLED display. And it's a beautiful display with the support of HDR10 and Dolby Vision. In the outdoors, the maximum brightness that you get under direct sunlight is 1700 nits, and visibility wise, I had no issues. And indoors, I never had a problem. And if you're into HDR videos, that's when you get a peak brightness of 3200 nits. And for the price point, the display bezels are very thin and uniform all around it. Even at night at dim screens, this has PWM dimming to protect your eyes, so you don't have to worry about that flickering. And in fact, in the bottom of the display, you have an in-display fingerprint scanner. Well, for the size of the smartphone and for the size of my hand, I felt it a little bit difficult to reach because it's in the lower end, but it is fast. And if you're into gaming, do get this thing. Yeah, it's a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter because this smartphone does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, even if you don't see a different speaker on top of the frame, it is actually hidden here. This has dual stereo speakers. And what I felt after listening this is that the speakers are good, it's loud, but I felt the top portion is little bit less louder compared to the bottom, but overall the audio sounds great. This smartphone is marketed for a performance-oriented consumer, and this comes with the latest Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. Well, I was shocking. I mean, for a price point of 30K, the best performing chipset that you can get is a Snapdragon 8s Gen 4. The same thing you might have seen in the iQOO Neo 10 as well. Yeah, the same is here, with an incredible Antutu score of around 1.9 to 2 million. And in the normal day-to-day usage, I did not face any heating issues. But when I first got hands on the smartphone and then I ran the Antutu score test, I can see there was a temperature rise of around 10 degrees. It went till 47 degrees. I mean, 47 degrees is a little bit into the heating. But what was interesting is proactively I got an update on the smartphone which exactly addresses that particular heating issue, which got resolved, and I never had an issue while playing heavy games. I played COD Mobile for long times, I played BGMI, and I did not face any heating issues. But yes, near the Snapdragon logo, you might face a little bit warmth, and because of this metallic frame, you might feel that. But if you're putting a case, it's not an issue. But for this price point, at least in the base variant, you have a 12GB RAM and 256GB of storage. Yeah, this comes with 12GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 256 and 512GB of UFS 4.1 fast storage. It gives you top class performance. I tried playing COD mobile and it does play in 120 frames per second in medium graphics. In highest graphics, I did not see you getting 120 FPS, but if you put in 120 FPS, yeah, you can do a solid gameplay. And only in case of BGMI, I did not find 120 FPS as an option, but I heard that this is coming to the smartphone as an update. So yeah, in BGMI also you will be getting 120 FPS. The smartphone is powered by the Xiaomi's HyperOS. I'm not sure if this has become a trend, but thankfully it's a good trend that recently most of the smartphones feel very smooth with parallel animations going on, and the opening and closing, everything feels butter smooth. And yes, the Xiaomi's HyperOS also has that. If you see the moment I pull the notification center or the control center, it just glides through it. Since the usage experience is so good, there is only one small thing that you have to do, which is this comes with a lot of pre-installed application. I mean, you get two numbers of bubble shooter, block blast, etc. You can uninstall those, and I'm not sure, I was not able to remove the get apps, but you can turn off the notifications and then you're good to go. You are fine with the good experience. And the smartphone has 4 years of OS updates and 6 years of security patch updates. I know what you're thinking. It's a Poco phone. You're going to get an update. Will my motherboard just turn off? Well, I can say two things out of that. One thing is something a little bit surprise. I'll keep it in the end. But the other thing is that, yeah, I know people are concerned about Pocos and its motherboard issues because during 2020 times, there were smartphones which had issues. But then later it got addressed, it got fixed. And then moving on, there was no such major issues with the Poco. And so you don't have to worry about that. The motherboard issues, those things are pretty much solved. It's not a common case right now like how it used to be in 2020 times. Press and hold the power button, you will be getting the Google Gemini integrated in this. Tap and hold the bottom bar and you can also get the circuit to search feature. Apart from that, you have the Xiaomi's own AI writing assistant tools, and inside the gallery app you have these photo AI effects like object eraser, photo enhancing, unblur, expansion, etc. And also for this price, I did not expect such good haptics. The haptics experience is something which I don't know, I can't explain it in the video, but you have to feel it. It's like up to the point. I liked it. And also you get all the latest connectivity options. You get the NFC support, you have Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6 and 15 bands of 5G. So if you're using the smartphone like a regular user, then definitely in one full charge you're gonna get 1 to 2 whole days. You would feel that you need to charge it only on the second day. But if you're a heavy power user, then this one will easily blast through a day. You don't have to worry about battery life at all. So yes, the 7500 mAh battery, really you can feel the difference. Okay, so this seems all good to be true. For this price, you're getting a lot of things. So what is the catch? Well, I don't know if this is the catch, but what I felt is when you come to the camera department. You get dual camera setup with a primary camera of 50 megapixel Sony IMX882 sensor with optical image stabilization. The photos that comes out of this, as you see in the samples, it's decent. If you're into taking nature, sky, flowers, those kind of stuff, it looks punchy, it looks good. But when it comes to a human subjects, that's when you can see there is a slight bit of difference in the skin tones based on what is your lighting condition. Even when you check the portrait modes, it is good. You can shoot in 1x, 2x, the edge cutouts are good, the skin is a little bit polished, but overall you get a decent experience with the camera. And in the back you can shoot 1080p 60fps videos like this. Yeah, it is very smooth, very stable. Even you can shoot 4K 60fps videos like this, which is also stable. And when it comes to ultra wide, this is the performance that you get, which you normally get with a regular ultra wide smartphone. So the slight problem of skin tones that I mentioned is something that can be easily fixed via a software update, but I know it's a gaming smartphone, so they are pretty much concentrating more on the gaming aspects. But later point of time you have 4 years of updates, so never know, they would definitely optimize the cameras as well. And in the front you have a 20 megapixel selfie shooter and you can shoot selfies like this. And you have that option to have that little bit skin retouch, etc. And the selfie photos are good, I liked it. And also in the selfies, I noticed when you have a harsh light coming from the back, the HDR management is not that great. So all these things I feel, please Poco, give an update, you can fix it. But when it comes to selfie videos, even after having a powerful chipset like this, you get only 1080p 60fps. I mean, you could have easily given a 4K, But never mind, it's a gaming smartphone anyway. Well, so for a price point of 31,999 rupees, this is an absolute beast of a performance smartphone with a very massive battery, great screen, amazing screen for the price, and a decent camera that can do your job. And as I said, this can always be improved by a software update because you have a powerful hardware. You have the latest Gen 4 chipset and you have the 50 megapixel IMX882 sensor. And the higher variant is for 33,999 rupees, yeah, for the 512GB. Okay, wait, you said this smartphone is going to sell under 30k, then how come it's not 30k? So this one is not yet on sale. This, I think, is going for sale. If I put the video today, then it will be tomorrow. July 1st is the first sale, and that's when you start getting the 2k bank discount, for which the smartphone will come under 30k. And for people who are actually worried about the motherboard and the hardware and how well it would perform, you have an offer. If you get it in the first day, you have 1 year of warranty, right? With that, you get 1 more year of extended warranty and a free screen replacement as well. So if you are a person who is very keen, you're very obsessed with it, but you're a little bit afraid if you might get issues later on, I would say you can get it on the first sale. At least you get a peace of mind for 2 years. Yeah, so that is my take on the Poco F7. What do you think about this? Just let me know through the comments. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.